off, so figured I'd do another live Q&A, and I'm gonna call this one a walk and talk. So if there's any topics or anything that y'all like to discuss or comment about or hear about, and just latest eye care developments, anything going on in my life or anything like that, just drop it in the chat, put it in the comments, and let's talk a little bit more about it. Got some cars passing me. Just a moment. Okay, so in eye care news, some coming up in the near future that are going to be involving omega-3 oils, dry eye stuff, glasses, anatomy, all different kinds of things. So watch for those videos to drop, and be sure to subscribe and like the Dr. Bryce Heffington YouTube channel to be notified first whenever these videos go live, that you can actually watch and partake and learn something new about your eyes. And I've got something really cool I'd love to share with y'all, but I can't yet. Eventually I will, of some new and exciting opportunities that are going to be coming up, but we'll need to kind of wait until those become official. But for now, just kind of stay tuned for any new things that'll be coming up on the channel or on any of the Dr. Bryce Heffington Instagram pages, Facebook pages, TikTok pages, all these other pages where there's shorts content, or even on YouTube with YouTube Shorts and YouTube long form videos. Eventually I'll get the hang of this live stream thing and kind of start developing a more consistent pattern and things of that nature. But for now, just if there's times and opportunities for me to go live and just start talking about different eye things, I'm just gonna start going live, see what happens. Oops, I didn't want that on. Okay. So in latest FDA approval news, there is a new prescription presbyopic eye drop that's become available. And what I mean by presbyopic eye drops is that you put like this prescription drop prescribed by your optometrist or ophthalmologist. You put this drop in your eyes, and if you're over the age of 40, you obviously can have the possibility of having some difficulty reading up close, difficulty to need reading glasses, bifocals, progressives, things of that nature. But with this new drop, it's going to be like a competitor to what's out there called Vuity. Basically, there's more of these that are in the pipeline to put drops in your eyes, and it does things to the pupils to constrict them in order to be able to have you read up close more effectively and easily without reading glasses or different things like that. So it's kind of interesting to watch the science and technology come out for approval of these things that we'll be able to prescribe, we'll be able to talk about with patients. Oh, hi, Joey. How are you doing today? How's your Friday going? Kind of get on a monologue tangent and lose track of where I'm at. So be sure to type something in the comments, because I'll kind of just go on and yammering and yapping about eye stuff when I'd love to chat with y'all. Just kind of see what you're up to on this Friday. What are you having for lunch? I just had some, well, it's interesting because I make my own sourdough bread, right? Hi, Vince. How are you doing? I make my own sourdough bread. And usually for most lunches of most days, I usually like to do some type of like sliced rotisserie chicken with a little bit of cheese, and sometimes throw some mayonnaise and mustard on it. But for the bread, I'll have an apple with this too. But for the bread component, probably about a year and a half, round up, maybe 2 years ago, I started making my own sourdough bread, which has been really a fun endeavor to kind of hone my creative skills and culinary skills, baking skills, and my wife and our kids, we love it too. The kids love it. They put peanut butter and almond butter on it, and they kind of go to town on it. So I'll usually bulk bake a lot of them at any given time. We'll end up usually giving one away to someone that we want to bless with it. So it's been kind of a fun little thing that we've been doing, but it makes for great lunch bread as well too. Hi, Trash Panda VR. I think that, yeah, hi, Trash Panda VR. And so that's what I had for lunch today. What did y'all have for lunch today? Anything good? Anything you make yourself, homemade? Or did you try a new restaurant? So going back to the new presbyopic prescription eye drop I was talking about a few moments ago, is that you put a drop in your eyes and it clears your vision up for about 10 to 12 hours. It's really interesting for the way that some of these mechanisms work to constrict the pupil size down a little bit, and in order to allow you to be able to read up close. Now, sometimes whenever we talk about the presbyopic eye drops, it may not help some folks at like computer distance if you're working on a computer for 10, 12 hours. But for like quick glancing, if you're out for a walk like me, or if you're on the bike, you just kind of need to quickly look at something, briefly glance at something. It does help for that. Ooh, egg salad and crackers, Vince. That sounds really good. I love egg salad, honestly. Now, what kind of crackers? Are they like saltines, or I like the mini saltines that you can get from the grocery store. The big ones are cool too, but the mini saltines, I kind of like those. That's what my family likes a lot of too. They go really good for soups, honestly. Hi, Ask Me Again 2.0. What'd you have for lunch today? See, I've got some really exciting videos coming up. Yeah, let me turn around here. Favorite Pokemon? Ooh, that's been a minute. I've always been a Charizard guy, just because I thought the fire-breathing dragon was really cool looking. And obviously, if you get the right Charizard card, it could be worth a lot of money to you, but I didn't have that one. But I always really enjoyed Charizard, just because when you were stuck with your three, you get to pick whether you start with Squirtle, Bulbasaur, or Charmander. I always picked Charmander just because I thought it was really cool to have like a little flame coming off his tail. But yeah, Charizard was definitely probably mine, and probably still could be. I'm not familiar with Pokemon as much and how many different characters and animals they've come out with, but Charizard's definitely not number one. What's y'all's favorite Pokemon? You kind of old school like me, or are there some newer Pokemon that have come into the fold of being your favorite or your top interest? Vince has a Blastoise EX World Champ. That is really cool. World Champion 2016. Hypno. Nice. Very cool. I don't think I realized how much of a thing Minecraft is still, especially among like the generation right behind me, that be your Gen Z, that are still really, because I'm a millennial, Gen Y, I didn't realize how much Minecraft would actually still be a thing, and actually something that a lot of kids would still be interested in. I never got around to seeing the movie, but I wouldn't mind checking it out one day. Ooh, favorite flavor of ice cream. Hi, Marlin Man Gaming. Thanks for asking that. Great question. Okay, so this is kind of weird for me. When I was a kid, when I was younger, I loved cookie dough ice cream, like with the chunks of cookie dough in it, because a lot of times, hi JP, happy Friday. I loved cookie dough ice cream because I would bake a lot of cookies with my mom when I was a kid, and obviously I wanted to eat the cookie dough, but then she was teaching me that there were sometimes risks with salmonella, raw eggshells, and things like that that could get mixed into that, and I'm like, okay. So it made chocolate chip or cookie dough ice cream very appealing to me, to actually eat and consume and everything. As I've gotten into adulthood, that cookie dough ice cream is not my favorite anymore. I mean, I like it and I appreciate it, but I really like pistachio ice cream, or sometimes they make them as pistachio almond ice cream, which I can take or leave the almonds, but I do love almond flavoring. But pistachio ice cream, oh, I love it. Very green, very delicious. My son saw me eating it one time when we went to Baskin Robbins or Brahms or something like that, and he was like, what's that green ice cream you're eating? I said, well, it's called pistachio. You want to try some? And he tried it, and I think that's his favorite now too. But flavors change. I think it's like, what, every 7 years or something that your taste buds roll over and turn over to have new flavors or new desires or new cravings or something like that. How much kids do you have? Yeah, good question. So we've got 2 kids. We've got a 4-year-old boy and a 20-month-old girl. She'll be 21 this month. And they're very different, and me and my wife, we love them both. They're awesome. They're so different. Like if y'all get the chance to have children or be around kids one day, it's so interesting how one personality is so different compared to another, of just like preferences, likes, dislikes. Like what they get into, what they don't get into, what they eat or what they don't eat. But really, really interesting stuff. Do y'all have any kids, or do you have any little children that you normally get to spend a lot of time with, or maybe those that you're close to? Kids are fun. They'll ask a lot of good questions in ways that you wouldn't really think about or even expect or anticipate. Hi, Layla. How are you? What else is on everyone's lunch menu today? Or if you haven't eaten lunch yet, what are you going to eat for lunch? Oops, didn't mean to do that. So eye stuff coming up in the near future. Do y'all remember, did you hear anything about the transition contact lenses years ago? They've kind of faded away, but they came out. It was AccuView Oasis transition contact lenses, and they were kind of interesting. My wife got into them for a little while, but then they only made them in the 2-week replacement. Daily replaceables seem to work better for her, but I don't hear about them as much anymore for some reason. And I don't know, maybe the demand dropped off or what happened exactly, but it seems to have really just died off for some reason. Okay, so lunch items. Trash Panda is eating some pizza. Ooh, what kind of pizza are you eating? I love me some good pizza. I love a white pie pizza, but I also like anchovies on my pizza. And honestly, really, I'm great with just about any topping on a pizza, it seems like. I like pepperoni, hamburger, kind of a meathead guy. I like that a lot. I enjoy that flavor of pizza. Layla's having a steak. Ooh, what kind of steak, and how do you like your, ooh, this would be a fun topic. How do you like your steak? If you eat steak, how do you like your steak? Like, are you medium well, medium rare, well, medium, anything like that? I'm a medium rare guy. I love fillets, but I'll eat just about most meats, most type of steaks. But I like the flavor of the blood and the iron on a medium rare. It took me a while to get to medium rare, but that's where I'm at. What state do you live in? Missouri. So kind of in the middle of the United States. I'm in Missouri. That's where I was born and raised in Missouri, and moved away for optometry school years ago, and then moved back. Actually went to school in Tennessee, I should say. Did my undergraduate in high school and all that stuff in Missouri, and moved away to Tennessee, and then moved back to Missouri. I actually met my wife down in Tennessee. We met at a worship night at our church. That's a whole other story for another time. I could probably make a whole video on that if y'all wanted. Just to give you a better backstory on who I am, where I've come from, and what the Lord's doing in my life, honestly. Hard-boiled egg for lunch and water. Ooh, you know, I've started to do 2 hard-boiled eggs for breakfast because I feel like that protein fills me up in just the right amount. And I don't feel like I need a snack mid-morning or anything like that. So I'll have like a little fruit smoothie with 2 boiled eggs. And there's a local Mexican restaurant we like around here that has this nice hot sauce that we like to dip our eggs in. Oh, it's so good. Especially if you put it on like a slice of sourdough, like the sourdough they make. Oh, it's even better. Okay, breakfast tacos. Trash Panda had. Ooh, I love breakfast tacos. Breakfast burritos in particular. I started making my own recently. We've got like a flat griddle Blackstone at home, and that's been fun to really make our own breakfast burritos on. Kids are starting to get into them too. And medium well. Okay, good choice. Medium rare ribeye, also good choice. Vince is from, I'm guessing, Washington is what that would mean. Okay. Hard-boiled eggs. And my eggs out? Yeah. You know, sometimes I do like a soft-boiled egg thing. Like where maybe I only do it like halfway through. Like if we boil them for like 15 minutes or something like that, I just get them nice and hard. I kind of like the yolk a little runny. And especially if you dip some sourdough in that, oh, it's phenomenal. But I really like kind of a soft-boiled egg where the yolk is still a little runny, because if I'm out and if I order eggs or anything, I would like to do, or I love sunny side up, but I guess soft-boiled eggs is, I'm probably thinking about this wrong. Maybe is it like poached eggs? Maybe it's like a similar runny consistency. I don't know, but I really like my eggs a little yolky and runny. But egg salad, I might prefer them a little bit more in the hard boil status. Okay. Any other eye stuff that's coming up in the near future? Just that surprise that I'll probably announce at some point on a live stream of whenever it becomes official. I can't do it yet, but at some point I'll let y'all know of a new and exciting opportunity that's going to be coming up that I'll be able to share with y'all, and we'll be able to learn a little bit more about eye stuff as well too, and give a little bit of background for where I've come from and all this stuff as well, and how we're managing like meibomian gland dysfunction and things like that. Anybody have any fun weekend plans coming up? Friday right now, but any big plans or exciting things? I know in Missouri it's tax-free weekend, so there's school supplies and a bunch of people are going to be doing a bunch of shopping and for back-to-school stuff and all that. But ooh, good choice, Vince. Sunny side up eggs when you dip it. Oh yes. Speaking of sausage, like, our son recently got into appreciating and liking hot dogs, which I didn't think he would, but he does. But I've really gotten into bratwurst as I've gotten older. Are any of y'all into bratwurst? Or let me ask you this: if you eat hot dogs or bratwurst, do you like bratwurst or do you like hot dogs more? I kind of like bratwurst. I like that sausagey flavor, kind of like what Vince was talking about in the chat a few moments ago. It's just very flavorful, tasty, but every time I tried it when I was younger, I thought it was really spicy and just, I don't know, maybe too much for my youthful taste buds. But now I'm in a different season and I can appreciate it now. Having some friends over, always good to fellowship with friends, so that'll be fun, Vince. Thanks for sharing. What else do you think y'all would like to see on these live streams in the near future? Because I'm doing them some days of the week, and depending on time and flexibility and all that other stuff, it's been kind of fun to do these, and love getting to interact with y'all. Just talk about, I don't know, whatever, just eggs. It could be steak. Ooh, how about bacon? Any bacon fans out there? Bacon is huge at our household. I know we don't have it all the time, but occasionally we will. That's a pretty big hit for sure. Yeah, it's been like upper 90s recently, and today it's finally a little bit nice out. I'm gonna flip this around so you can kind of see how nice the weather is out here. But it's hitting about 75 right now. If it could just have, if it could be like this more often, that would be awesome. For it to just be like mid 70s, a little windy, that would be fantastic. It's really interesting with these live streams. At first, I was a little uncomfortable doing it because I'm like, what am I even going to talk about or yammer on about or engage with? Is anyone even going to watch this? But if anyone's looking to do stuff like this, like video creation, content creation, live streaming, all that other stuff, just jump in and start somewhere. Then you get to kind of massage it and mold it. Because I'm coming up on 3 years of when I started doing YouTube videos, long form videos at first. And then I got into shorts probably sometime after that, like short clips and short snippets instead of long form, but still doing long form, but adding shorts into the middle of it as well too, or Instagram or TikTok or Facebook or anything like that. And then I started just recently getting into this live streaming stuff because I felt like that was like the next stage of where things are going for video content creation, just to kind of grow and mold me and teach me how to do things a little bit differently and also make it more engaging and interesting. That way I get to talk to some of y'all too, because some of you may have been watching my videos for a while, but it's fun to get to interact with you. Well, thanks, Vince. I really appreciate it. Are there any video topics that y'all let me ask you this. Are any of you watching this right now doing any video creation, content creation, delivering anything like that, specific topics or anything? Obviously mine is eye health and education, but everyone's got their own little niche and their own little passion. Are y'all making anything like that or not at this time? Are you taking a break or? I kind of like to, I'm just curious as to what y'all are starting to make, or what videos you're making, and what you're finding feedback on. Like, I've even seen, like, can't think of the name of the YouTube channel, but I've even seen like this one where this one guy puts like Hot Wheels cars on the treadmill. I can't think of the name, but he puts Hot Wheel cars on his treadmill, and he literally races them and gets different ones each time. And that's what generates a lot of exciting interest, and he makes different tracks and all kinds of things. So really fascinating stuff that people can get into. Yeah, honestly, I've always enjoyed making videos, and even took a class on it back in undergrad. And a lot of people told me that I should have considered a career in this, maybe like gone full time into doing some type of video production or media content management or something like that. I don't know. It's just, for me, it just feels like a hobby. It feels like it's just fun, relaxing, and just kind of lighthearted, with being able to still expand my creative capacity, but also help make it engaging and interesting for some people watching videos. Because usually what I used to do is, if I can ever find these, I'll see if I can put them on YouTube one day. I think I lost them years ago or something in like a previous hard drive, but I used to make a different montages, like when we would do band trips, cross-country trips, track trips, overnight trips to places that me and my friends would just record us just doing silly stuff and narrate over the top of it. Kind of like what I'm doing right here, but I kind of got out of that once I got busier in undergraduate, running cross-country and track and field, high school with marching band, and then optometry school. That takes a lot of time as well too, where I didn't really have the time to truly dedicate to all this stuff. Now it feels a little bit more flexible, but I still enjoy making videos. It just looks a lot different than when I started doing this. Goodness, I may have started doing this about 20 years ago, honestly. Just like taking a handheld video camera, if you know what that is, and just recording the moments that happen and document, and just kind of put some cool music to it on the trips that we would take. And that's kind of led to where I'm at right now. I'm just having fun making fun little videos and live streams and shorts and all that other stuff. And for some of you jumping on, welcome. Anything fun you have for lunch, or anything fun you're doing for this weekend, or any good movies that y'all have seen recently? Excuse me. Did y'all know I used to be a gamer too? I used to do some Halo, Call of Duty, things like that mostly. But obviously as life and seasons change, I'm not doing any of that really right now. That's okay, but occasionally we'll play Mario Kart just as a family. But any of y'all used to be gamers? Get into video games? Any type of games you used to play? Role playing? First person shooter, real-time strategy, anything fun like that? Ooh, anybody play Age of Empires back in the day? That was a fun game, for sure. Especially with all the cheat codes you can enter. And you could spawn like a Cobra car. You could also spawn like this like crazy tall worker or whatever that like ran really fast. That's cool, Vince. Like 5 Call of Duties total, or nice. Very cool. Probably the first one I got involved with was, I think it was back in 07 maybe, or something like that. Maybe no, maybe it could have been, I don't know. My years are all mixed up. Call of Duty, Modern Warfare. It was the one before that. Man, I should know this. I should know this. But anyway, it was the one where you just had 3 kill streaks where you could just get a UAV. You just always get like some kind of missile strike and then a helicopter. Like it was 3, 5, and 7. Like if you get 3 kills, 5 kills, 7 kills. And that was pretty much it. Kept it pretty simple. Halo I was probably more into at the time, like Halo 2, Halo 3. Obviously Halo Combat Evolved, but didn't have online play for Xbox, which was the console system I moved to after I moved on from Nintendo. Because originally me and my dad, we started playing on Nintendo stuff. And then there was this one game that came out called Conflict Desert Storm. And then that eventually they moved to this game called Conflict Vietnam, which was kind of crazy. But it was only on Xbox consoles. And then a few of my friends started having Xbox consoles. So that's kind of what moved us to Xbox, because a lot of my friends were going that direction, which kind of got us into Halo, which was really fun for the online gameplay, because it was simple, straightforward, just really fun overall. Kind of missed that, but that's okay. Seasons change. COD Ghosts. Oh, I remember that one. Now, was that the one that I think they did like a limited time kill streak thing on or something, where you could literally become the Predator and like run around with the thermal vision and stab people, or get the little the shoulder cannon thing? I think that was Ghosts. Yeah, I remember Modern Warfare 3 as well, and 4. We need more, if I could talk. We need more nice days like this. Nice weather, relaxed live streams. Xbox 360, we're going back on that one. That's pretty cool. Yep, Black Ops was a good one too. All right, well, we're coming up on the end of the live stream here, because I'll get back to work and we'll start seeing patients soon. But thank y'all for hopping on, and thank y'all for commenting. And let's see, people like Vince, Trash Panda, Layla, JP, Be Gone, Joey, different folks like that. Thank y'all for hopping on, and thank you for just coming alongside and supporting me in this live stream stuff that I'm starting to get rolling on all of this. But if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, the Dr. Bryce Heffington YouTube channel, and tap the bell for notifications for whenever I go live in the future, so we can have more walk and talks and Q&As and all kinds of fun stuff like this, and just talk about whatever we want to talk about. But until then, thank y'all again, and hope you have a great weekend, and look forward to more videos dropping in the future. And be watching the channel for the new and exciting updated news information that I'll be sharing at some point, that I'll be able to have y'all be on the first round of being notified about it, or hearing about it, being the first ones to hear about it, I should say. Thank y'all, and have a great weekend.